What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Big D from Geekdom 101, as well as Qaaman's Land. And today we'll be discussing something that popped up late last night, and of course that is Toriyama's decision to create Universe 6 and officially make it part of the Dragon Ball Z anime. Now, in case you missed that, I will link my original video in the description below, and I'm sure Qaaman and Big D are going to do it as well, so you guys can check out the news in case you missed it. But today we're actually going to be discussing the idea of introducing the universes and actually adding it into the series after briefly mentioning it back in the Battle Gods movie when Beerus revealed that there's 12 universes and they currently live in Universe 7. So how about we start with Qaaman? Qaaman, what are your thoughts on Toriyama to take this decision and going on taking the series in that direction?
Well, I mean, as we had said before in you know, previous videos, you know, I just wanted to say that I kind of predicted this, because I was saying from the get-go that I always felt that he would like kind of take Super with, you know, discussing all these different universes. But what really shocked me was in the part of the article that read that they were apparently going to search for Super Dragon Balls. That is what really threw me off, and I have absolutely no clue on the planet Earth. Yes, I said Earth from Lilo and Stitch. I have no clue on the planet Earth what they're referring to when he means Super Dragon Balls, because is he talking about they're going to look at it in a different universe or in our universe? To me personally, I found that kind of weird, but I think it's kind of interesting in a weird way, because if you have all these different universes, I think that really strengthens the overall plot of the series, because you really have an unlimited direction of what you can do with the story, because you're not even basing yourself off of what has already happened in Dragon Ball. You're basically saying, well, anything can happen now, and I think that's a really good move for the series.
I'm curious to know why there's bigger why there's bigger balls in the next universe. It makes me think, is maybe Porunga or some kind of Porunga style dragon in Universe 6? That's kind of like something to think about. What happened differently? And also on top of that, I want to know is, like, are there going to be alternatives? Like, because we saw there's a female Wiz with Champa. Like, is there going to be gender changes? Like, is there going to be a female Goku, a female Vegeta? I mean, highly unlikely, but, you know, you never know. You never know Toriyama at this point. Like, at this point, he can do anything. Big D, what do you think about everything that came out last night?
Well, when Battle of Gods came out, even before we got it in the US, when the Japanese version was out in Japan and all of the information was coming out, I remember the most exciting thing was that line at the end of the movie. And I remember, bro, and I know, I'm pretty sure you guys will agree, I think we all kind of, because we have this thing in between our ears called the brain, I think we all knew that this would go somewhere. We wouldn't just throw a line in there and just forget about it. And now I obviously thought, okay, maybe it could be a video game he's gonna do instead of a new series or another movie. You know, a lot of folks thought there was gonna be a series of movies. But now that he announced this, again, like Qaaman said, it was expected and hoped for in a way. What excited me the most was, you know, we were all talking about, oh man, they might redo, quote unquote, remake or whatever, Battle of Gods of Katano F, which I believe now they may actually remake / redo. And I didn't like this, but the fact that they're going to go beyond it into this new universe, I mean, where else could the story really go when you think about it? In Dragon Ball, in the Dragon Ball portion of the series, he explored all of Earth. In Dragon Ball Z, when that started, during that portion of the series, we got aliens and we got, you know, secret character reveals. Then they actually go into space, then they come back and we got time travel, then we got alternate realms. So now there's really nothing else that can be done with the exception of going into these universes. The guy, I've said this before about Toriyama. Toriyama is a notoriously lazy writer. He kind of just writes stuff off, you know, from the hop. But he is a genius. In many ways, he is a genius because, first of all, it takes a very talented person to write things like that just without thinking and with just very little pre-planning. It takes a lot, dude, and actually make it kind of make sense. And not just that, but when you look at the, you know, I have a series of videos on my channel called Dragon Ball In Depth where we look at the in-depth, beneath the surface message behind Dragon Ball and some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. You really can appreciate the little things that you really pick up on when you watch Dragon Ball, you know, over and over again. I'm not going to get into it in detail right now, but there's all these different themes. You know, every saga kind of has its own underarching kind of theme. The guy knows how to freaking write a story, and he's a very smart man. So, honestly, we were all, I know a lot of us were kind of like worried about what was going to happen with Super, but now I am anticipating it very much. My excitement level has jacked up, man. I'm hyped, and I'm hoping that, he said in the thing, he's going to be designing new characters, so we're going to get new characters. We're probably going to get a real explanation about the new forms. It's exciting. This is the most exciting time to be a Dragon Ball fan.
And that's what I was talking about last night when I made a video with Toasty. It's exciting because, first of all, he's going to retell Battle of Gods Resurrection F, and we don't know how long that's going to be. That could easily be like 3 or 4 episodes long per arc, and then the main focus could be this whole Universe 6 stuff that's going to go further in depth into, you know, everything else. Because, like, we also got to think about there's people who might have not even seen Battle of Gods and not seen Resurrection F, so to just jump into middle of that, it might confuse, like, the new audiences. So I see, you know, a lot of good reasons why, you know, rewriting it will be awesome. But I'm excited for Universe 6 because, as you said, it's like the next step, and then it's going to open up an infinite world of opportunities for new stuff to be introduced. Because, like, in, you know, if you look back at the current universe, Universe 7, originally Frieza was the strongest person in that universe, and then, you know, we saw Cell get creative, then freaking Boo showed up, and then Beerus, and that's it. Like, how do you achieve, or how do you fight someone stronger than a god? You don't. You go to the next universe. It only makes sense to go into the next universe and then basically, you know, face whatever's at the end of that light. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do in this series now. I mean, I was hyped before, but now I'm super hyped. I'm actually excited about Resurrection F and Battle of Gods the Saga, just because now he has a better opportunity to tell a story of like what he wanted to. Because previously, you know, you're limited to an hour and 20 minutes. You know, you have to cut out all the good stuff. Like, we didn't see Frieza train. We didn't see how Goku and Vegeta achieved the transformations. We didn't see any of that, you know, important stuff that, you know, would have been great for character development. And now we get an opportunity to actually see that in the format of the anime. I'm freaking stoked. On top of that, Beerus is still my favorite character right now. So I love to see more of Beerus. I want to see Beerus fight. I want to see Beerus, you know, really get angry and stuff like that. So I'm hyped for Dragon Ball Super.
Well, don't forget, Dino. Remember, in Dragon Ball Super, Piccolo's going to wipe out Dino. He's going to wipe out Beerus with some chopsticks.
Well, what I was going to say is if you guys remember in Battle of Gods, when Beerus beat Piccolo with the chopstick, I wonder how he's going to do that again in the actual anime, because I want to see what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to flick him or something, because, you know, Piccolo is Piccolo.
I certainly hope so, because it'll be endless trolling for Qaaman. I just wanted to say one other thing about some of the in-depth stuff, the behind-the-scenes stuff. I remember reading that some of the scuttlebutt on the web about Battle of Gods. I don't remember if it was Battle of Gods or Revival of F, but I know that originally Toriyama wrote a 2.5-hour movie. That was the big talk for a while. So I'm wondering if that's what they're going to base this on, that 2.5-hour movie spread out. Because you're right, one of the issues with Revival of F, light spoiler, is that there's a lot of stuff that happens that isn't really explained. Now they get to explain it, which to me is kind of a con of the movie. The movie looks incredible, but there's too much stuff happens without explaining. Yeah, very exactly.
It's not rushed in a negative way. It's just rushed in a way where it's like, oh, well, there could have been more to be done here, but it's still a great movie in my opinion.
There's no second act, but now there's a chance to do that.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you said that, because it made me think of this other thing before I wanted to end the video. First of all, there's a picture going around with a Broly image. That image is fake, guys. I just want to let you guys know it is fake. It actually leaked like a couple weeks ago, and it popped back up last night. It is 100% fake. But it made me think of.
I don't know why you would think that. Why anybody would think that was real.
It's going around. I actually had a few people tweet me this morning saying, "Oh, Broly's confirmed." That's not gonna happen. But it made me think of something that's also a possibility. For all we know, Toriyama is planning on connecting everything he's done through universes. Maybe the movies took place in Universe 4. Maybe GT took place in Universe 1. We don't know what to expect at this point. And I know some people wouldn't be happy with that, but then again, some people would be happy with that. But for all we know, Toriyama is ultimately planning on connecting everything later by saying everything took place in a different universe, because it could very well happen. Because when it came down to timelines, the one thing that always bothered me about the movies is they don't fit. So the way I always explain it to myself so I can stay happy as a fan is I'm like, oh, that probably happened in an alternate dimension, and now it's like we're more likely for that to actually happen.
Oh yeah, and I would personally love it if they could, like, and this is just me kind of brainstorming, if they had like some kind of like a train station. I don't want to rip off Harry Potter here, but like something where that connects all the universes, and it would be awesome if it doesn't have to be a whole episode, but in the background you see like Goku fighting Baby, and it's like, okay, like now everything's okay. Now we can all rest, and no more of these canonical debates on the internet, because now everything's canon. Chill out.
Right. Qaaman, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna make a quick statement that me and Danny actually found out, like, that
he loves using my real name. That's fine.
Edit this part out.
No, you don't have to do that.
I was gonna say that Big D and I actually found out from that little image with the Super Saiyan 3 green-haired Goku that is actually from like an episode where Goku was actually fighting Kid Buu, and I actually made like a side-by-side comparison to see that somebody just basically photoshopped his hair green.
Yeah,
guys, you gotta be careful with
I don't understand the hype in releasing fake pictures on the internet like that. Like what? Why?
I don't know. It's infuriating, man.
Yeah. No, but what's annoying is people will see it and without checking resources or sources or anything, they'll just post all these videos confirming stuff, and I don't know, it's a mess. But I don't know, I think it's a good topic for now, so we would love to hear from people watching this. What are your thoughts on the whole Toriyama direction with Dragon Ball as an anime? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And of course, if you're hyped for Dragon Ball Super, which I know people are hyped as hell, hit that like button. And one last thing I want to ask everybody is, if you go to Qaaman's channel in the most recent video, make sure you put Piccolo lost to a chopstick in his comment section below, just to remind them, because I think it's funny.
You're screwed now.
You're infuriating me to do something special now, Dino. You watch and see what's gonna happen.
The Battle of Qaaman and Rhymestyle. Of course, also check out Geekdom 101 and Qaaman in the description below, and vice versa if you're watching on their channels. And yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say before we end this?
Well, I got something, but I'll let Big D finish off here.
Yeah, no, all I'm going to say is I am extremely excited, and, you know, the remake stuff is fine, but the fact that we are going to get a new story after the Revival of F arc, quote-unquote, is very exciting. I mean, I just, it is, right now, I think it's even more exciting than it was back in the 90s, because this is brand new. The show's been established for, you know, years and years and years. The manga too, brand new. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say before we close out. Don't put too much stock in the Toyotaro manga adaptation. It's coming out monthly, and it's not going to be a direct adaptation. It's just going to be a preview of episodes, from what I understand. So it's not going to be like there's an anime and a manga that they're exactly the same. No. That's not how this works, because if it's 4 episodes a month, or sometimes even 5, and then 1 new chapter, that's not how it works. So just look at those as like teasers for what's coming up, more so than its own, you know, manga, which I didn't even know until this new information came out. Now we know for sure.
I kind of had a feeling it was going to do that, just because it was coming out monthly and the anime is starting out right now. So it's like the next time we see a chapter come out, it's going to be like 3 episodes in or so. So
Exactly.
it kind of makes sense for that to happen. I mean, I feel like that's only been done just because, like, oh yeah, by the way, if you want, I can draw the manga too to people who want to read the manga as well. So that's probably why they're doing that.
I think it's just for promotional purposes, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah,
the anime
exactly.
is going to have a lot more.
Yeah. Qaaman, you know what to do.
So it's about that time. Please remember, and I say this with sincere truth, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, because in this world of YouTube, doing those 3 things can go a long way. We don't ask for your money, we don't ask for anything else, but just to please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. But forget about the please remembering to rate, comment, and subscribe, because the most important thing that we want you guys to do is to just have a great day, guys. Because if you guys had a great day, no matter how bad your day was, no matter if you got knocked out by 2 paps with the chopstick, if you have a great day, that nullifies everything. And I want you to have a great day, guys.
Except for
Edit all
Piccolo.
that out.
He doesn't have great days when he gets knocked out by chopsticks. See you guys next time.